عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. My dear respected brothers, it is a mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has gathered us and in our lives given us the opportunity to once again experience the best of times, which is the most blessed month of the year in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is Ramadan. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that about this particular ibadah, which is also a key pillar of our deen, upon which the Prophet ﷺ has said that it is one of the pillars on which the building of Islam is resting. Bunya al-Islam ala khams. One of them is fasting during the month of Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ, as we've been talking about, has explained many benefits of fasting. For example, one that is driven from the Quran is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that we made it obligatory for you لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become pious people, become people who are fearful of Allah, who stay away from disobedience to Allah. In one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ has said that fasting is a shield, is a barrier, and it defends the person fasting until that person himself breaks their shield themselves. Last week we had said that there is one particular aspect in this month especially that we should pay attention to, and that is to curb our anger. Fasting, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps us hungry and gives us nights that are sleepless, and we are toiling, working hard to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to weaken our desire. The fuel that we have for our desire is food and sleep. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cut it down so that we can easily combat our desires, our inferior desires to disobey and sin. One of those inferior desires is ghadab, or anger. And we must have seen in ourselves, and we see in Ramadan particularly, that making the excuse of fasting to release your anger on someone is a very prevalent thing. I couldn't talk to him nicely because I was hungry, I was fasting. We had that argument, both of us were fasting, so we were short-tempered. My dear respected brothers, the very purpose of fasting is to break our inferior desires, to weaken our inferior desires. If fasting is not serving that for us, what use are we getting from fasting? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has praised the people in beautiful words, those people who control their anger. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Those people who suppress their anger, who drink and consume their anger so that it's no more visible, it's no more seen. They just keep it within themselves. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. So no expression. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes it further and said, وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Not only that they do not express their anger, but also they do not contain it within themselves. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. They forgive people, so they let go. وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And not only that, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the people who go the extra step and do nice things to people. It comes about the son of Sayyidina, the grandson of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, Ali ibn Hassan, if I remember his name correct, that one of his servants brought water for him to help him make wuzu. And it was a pot full of water. She came and she slipped, or it slipped from her hand and hit this Sayyidina Ali ibn Hassan radiallahu anhu, and it hit him so bad that it actually hurt him and he started bleeding. So that servant was a hafiz of the Quran, and judging by the situation that I'm going to run, he's going to be very angry with me, she recited the first part of this ayah, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. The people who suppress their anger. So this person, mashallah, who is such a pious person, he said, قَدْ قَضَمْتُ غَيْظِي. I have controlled my anger. I have drank my anger. I am not going to express it over you. Then she said, وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Those people who forgive people. He said, okay, قَدْ عَفَى عَنْكَ. I have forgiven you. Then she recited the last part of the ayah, وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Not only suppress your anger, not only forgive people, but also go the extra mile to do something good to people who've done bad to you, who made you angry. And he said, I have freed you in the path of Allah. I have freed you. This is something that explains this ayah. It's very easy to understand from this. Using the excuse of Ramadan and fasting and expressing our anger freely is something that defies the purpose of fasting. The Prophet ﷺ has said that fasting is a shield for people until they pierce it themselves, until they tear it apart themselves. When we think that anger has become somewhat permissible for us because we are fasting, because we are hungry, because we are going through a special time, we are ourselves tearing apart the shield that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Anyway, I wanted to complete this from last week. This week I intend to talk about the special of the special days. The last 10 days of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us life and extended our life so much that in our life we are seeing them coming once again, alhamdulillah. So every single night of Ramadan, the Prophet ﷺ has told us that a caller calls after people on behalf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who is there who is seeking forgiveness? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive that person. Who is there who is seeking plenty? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them plenty. Who is there who is troubled by anything in their life? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ready to take their trouble away if they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the case with every single night of Ramadan. Every single night of Ramadan. But the special of the special days and the special of the special nights, alhamdulillah, are going to come upon us, which are the last 10 nights and the last 10 days of Ramadan. The ayat that I recited, we all must have heard. Laylatul Qadr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has introduced this. And in Surah Dukhan as well, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has connected these last 10 nights because in these last 10 nights, according to the word of the Prophet ﷺ, according to a combination of the hadiths of the Prophet ﷺ, these last 10 nights, and among them the odd ones, and among them the later part, combining all the hadiths of the Prophet ﷺ. So 25th, 27th and 29th most probably, But the Prophet ﷺ has in different narrations pointed to the Sahaba the signs of this night. And the Prophet ﷺ has said that seek Laylatul Qadr in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. In the last 10 nights of Ramadan. This night, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said at different points in the Quran that this night is special for the Quran itself. This whole month is special for the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So all the holy books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the Sahaif, they came in this month. Some in the earlier part of this month, some in the later part of this month. About the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, Inna anzalnahu fi Laylatul Qadr. We have descended, we have made this book to descend in Laylatul Qadr. Question may arise that Quran was given to the Prophet ﷺ over a period of 23 years, but the explanation is that in one night, in one Laylatul Qadr, in one particular night, this Quran descended from the sacred tablet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the protected tablet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the skies of this world. And then slowly and gradually over a period of 23 years, it was given to the Prophet in episodes. So my dear respected brothers, this is a night where forgiveness is granted to everyone who even does a little ibadah. Who even does a little ibadah. Prophet ﷺ has promised us this, that whoever stands in Laylatul Qadr that night, expecting reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, expecting reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hoping for a return from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, definitely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives them. Now, what an unfortunate person would he be, or would they be, that they miss this night? It comes in a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ was sitting with his Sahaba and he told the Sahaba about a particular person in Bani Israel who fought in the path of Allah for 1,000 months. 1,000 months. And another narration is said that the Prophet ﷺ talked about a person who stood in prayer before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for 1,000 months continuously. And when the day broke, he would go out fighting in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the whole day. This was his routine for 1,000 months. The Sahaba had this longing in their heart that these people who had such long ages that came before us, they have went far ahead from us in gaining the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and gaining reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Upon this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this Laylatul Qadr specifically to the people of the Prophet ﷺ, that you pray and you worship this one night and you will get the reward of not 1,000 months, not 1,000 months, خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ, much better, much more than even 1,000 months. How much more? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept the knowledge with himself. But we know that it is more than 1,000 months. So this is the chance of the Ummah of the Prophet ﷺ to gain forgiveness and to increase in the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And like I said, every single night of Ramadan is our chance to resolve all issues that we have in this world as well, if we stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and pray. The reason why ulama say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept it a secret and made it to move within the last 10 nights is that had Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it known and then somebody would have neglected the importance of this night, they would have definitely attracted the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the reason why, as out of mercy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept it secret, so that na'uzu billah, if someone does not pay any importance to this night either, even then they are not directly calling the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon themselves, that they know this night to be very sacred and still they are neglecting it. But as our Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam has encouraged us, we should seek it in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Our Mashayikh, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them, through extracting from hadith, they have found ways for even the busiest and the people who basically don't want to do anything. If we are that person, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that, from being such a person who cannot even stay up in Laylatul Qadr and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that whoever prays Isha with Jama'ah, whoever prays Isha with Jama'ah on any night, it's not particular about Laylatul Qadr, but any night, they get, in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are considered as somebody who stands half the night praying. And if they also pray Fajr with Jama'ah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards them as if they stood the whole night praying before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before I conclude, I want to inshallah mention one hadith which is very important, because the Sahaba, may Allah bless them, they found all the right questions. They asked all the right questions from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha learned about this, the virtues of this night, she asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, if I find this night, what should I do? What ibadah should I do? What should I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told her a very concise dua, and an all-encompassing dua. We do not have time to go into the details of this. Maybe some night, inshallah, after Tarawih, we'll go into details of this dua. What a beautiful dua, and very easy to say. Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Allahumma innaka afuwun. Oh Allah, you are forgiveness personified. You love tuhibbul af. You love to forgive. Fa'fu anni. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. This is the dua. Inshallah, when we go in the details of this, we'll explain how this dua takes care of our worldly needs and our needs of the hereafter. And in this dua, hidden are the meanings of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for worldly plenty and for comfort of the hereafter as well. So this dua is very, very comprehensive. Inshallah, some night we'll go in detail in our majalis. But for this general gathering, at least remember that this dua, Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni, and one of the narrations is Allahumma innaka afuwun kareemun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. We should try to at least stay up for a little part of this night and recite this dua excessively on the last 10 nights, particularly of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us tawfiq to act upon what has been said and heard, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it, which is our Brothers,